What's good, FtMDaily1? It's Eli, or Wednesday guy, and it is August 20th, 2014, and this week's topic is school and jobs. I'm going to talk a little bit about school and then more so about jobs just because I haven't had uh, too much experience with like school and being trans. Um, I came out when I was a senior in college. So all of my professors, all of the people that went to my school already knew me. I was involved with campus activities and blah 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 blah. So at first I thought about not coming out and waiting till I graduated. Um, but my counselor kind of nudged me in the way of, telling my professor and telling my friends. So I kind of have this place where I can start to transition socially and stuff like that, as opposed to medically and all that other things. Um, After I spoke to my counselor, she got in touch. She helped me get in touch with the dean of students, which happened to be my professor my freshman year. So I felt comfortable enough to just talk to her and come out to her and things like that. Um, she then forwarded an email to all of my professors and even a few people in the school to let them know that my name has been changed and things like that. So that was fucking awesome. She really helped me, talk to my professors and help me, um, as opposed to me going to my professors and telling them, because I was afraid to. But she sent out an email. She CC'd me in it, and I was just like, "What? This is so cool." And all of my professors were fine. All of them started calling me Elijah, or they'll call me Eli. A couple of them came up to me and asked me like, "Hey, I received this email," and I was wondering, and I had a conversation with them. And at first I was scared, but then afterwards it was fine because they were okay. All of my teachers were very accepting. No one gave me any problems or anything like that. They were very quick to change my name and pronouns. Sometimes they would slip up, again, because I had been there for 3+ years. Um, so it took them some time, but it was great. I didn't have to worry about like living situations or dorms like that just because I was already living off campus, so I didn't have to worry about that. Um, uh, Towards the spring semester of my last year, um, there was gender neutral bathrooms placed, so I didn't have to worry about using a bathroom, and because I can go to the gender neutral bathrooms or the family bathroom. Granted, it was like they were in really random spots on campus, and it was gonna take a longer walk to get there to be able to pee comfortably. But I just walked to those bathrooms, and if not, I just went home to use the bathroom because I didn't live too far from campus. Um, when I didn't legally change my name until a year after I graduated, but I was able to cross the stage with my name, Elijah. And when I finally got my diploma had my name on it too. So that was awesome. I didn't have to go back to the school and tell them to resend me one because my name was changed because they already did it. And I was so happy when I finally saw my diploma. I was like, fuck yeah. It has my name on it. And plus, I'm the first in my family to graduate from college. So that was really great and I was happy. Um, that's pretty much it as far as my school. Most of my friends, they took it fine. Like they messed up, but they got with the program. I joined a sorority my freshman year in college, so I was a part of the sorority my senior year, and all of my sisters were supportive. And we did several events, and we tried to pass policies at our national headquarters so trans women can join um, our organization. So I think that was really cool, and they're very progressive, and that was probably the best experience I could have. Um, but that's pretty much about school. Work. Uh, After I came out to myself and several people about trans and graduating, I applied to jobs, and a part of me was ignoring not applying because I didn't want to put my birth name at the time. Um, but I had to do it anyway because I needed a job. I didn't, taking care of myself. I didn't have anybody else. Um, so I fill out applications. I get calls, emails. I was applying for jobs in my degree field, which is graphic design. And I got several emails about, your portfolio is amazing and we want to see you and I have an interview, blah, blah, blah. And I had several interviews, um, all of which I went in dress pants, dress shirt, tie. I looked really good. It's just the name didn't match my appearance. Um, so whenever I'd go to interviews and they would call out my birth name, I'd kind of just already shut down, and the interview went to shit because I wasn't confident, I wasn't relaxed, I didn't show any qualities that I should have shown at these interviews. So I had issues. I didn't get hired. Um, After I changed my name, um, I didn't care about applying to a billion jobs because my name was already changed. I went to a few interviews and they called me Eli and I was he, and I had no problem at all. When I landed this job, um, I didn't come out to anybody because I didn't feel like I needed to because it's not important, and my name was illegally changed, my gender markers changed, so I didn't have to worry about that. But of course, I've dealt with harassment for at least 10 months of being at my job. I've been there for about 13 months, 13 going on 14 months now. Um, so, yeah, and the only reason I dealt with that is because I was outed. And I know I can call HR and complain and stuff, but I didn't want to do that. I just brushed everything off that everyone said, that they would laugh about, just everything. I was very quiet, don't talk to nobody, just did my job, and that's it. And because I did such a great job, I got a promotion, and now I'm working full time. I have yet to come out to my store manager or any other employees because I don't, like I said, I don't feel like it's necessary or it's important or anything like that. Um, so, yeah, my advice for applying to jobs, you have to use your birth name because that's your legal name currently, but you can write on applications your preferred name and things like that. There are like little things on applications that'll ask you what your gender is, what your ethnicity is, and all this other stuff. But personally, I don't feel like anyone at the actual place that you're trying to apply to see that. So, yeah, yeah. Um, at the end of the day, if your name isn't changed and that's something that you're dealing with or that's something that bothers you, I mean, like I said, you can come out to your boss. You can go online and find some guidelines or just ways to help talk to your boss about your trans identity and things like that, and especially if you're like in your pre-T stages and you're looking for work. People A good chunk of people will surprise you, believe it or not. um, so yeah. Other work advice would just be a fucking good worker. That's it. Like, at the end of the day, despite not knowing everyone at my job or not talking to anyone at my job, just being quiet and staying to myself, like, I got a promotion, and that's it. All that they saw was that I was a badass worker, and they chose me among everybody else. Um, and yet you just have to be strong. And like I said in my other video, like, you have to develop kind of a thick skin because not everyone's gonna be accepting. Not everyone's gonna be okay, but a good chunk of people will. Like I said, people will surprise you. Um, this is currently my job is the only thing I've been doing right now. I do graphic design work on the side, but that's not affected by my trans identity at all. Just because when people see my portfolio speaks for itself, and they can see what I can do. So there isn't anything else about that. Um, but yeah, and then back to the school thing. I do plan on going to graduate school to get a master's, um, but I'm sure that I won't have to deal with like, you know, where am I gonna go to the bathroom or where am I gonna live, things like that. Just because graduate school is different from undergrad. Uh, but yeah, I hope all is well. And if you guys have any questions or comments, please, post, like, share, things like that. Um, and that's all for now. I'll catch you guys next Wednesday. See ya. Bye.